Animation and music. Two powerful and important mediums on their own, but when combined, they can create something special. Of course, this isn't anything new. The idea of making an animation tailor-made for a specific song goes all the way back to old Mickey Mouse and Warner Bros. Tunes. These aren't the first ones, but just think Disney's Fantasia and Warner Bros. What's Opera Doc, respectively. While animators have been matching music with animation since the 30s, it wouldn't be until the rise of the music video in the early 80s, thanks to MTV, that musicians would consider having animated music videos made for them. While it's very common today for artists to use animation or have an animated version of themselves for music videos and promo art, it wasn't always like that. So today, I just want to talk about some pretty noteworthy animated music videos and just talk about them, whether they're important, shocking, or just ones I find cool. So here's 10 animated music videos I think are kinda cool in a completely random order. And since there's no better place to start than at the beginning, let's check out the maybe very first animated music video ever. Also, the gorillas are not on this list. Go f yourself.
Hey, this is sweet!
I say maybe because I looked around online and I couldn't get a straight answer, and if it ain't on the first page of my Google search, I ain't looking for it. But Elvis Costello and the Attractions' Accidents Will Happen is considered by many to be the first music video of its kind. Released in 1979, 2 years before MTV hit the scene, this gem came out. So for this to be one of the first animated music videos, there has to be a reason why it's animated, right? Like maybe it was the band's vision, or they wanted to do something new and shake things up. Well, actually no. Funnily enough, it's animated because the lead singer Elvis Costello just wasn't available for a live action music video. This information comes from Chris Robinson from AnimationWorldNetwork.com. In 2017, he interviewed one of the directors of the music video, Annabelle Jankel. This is what she had to say when asked how the music video came about. I recall the producer, Martin Baker, had a promo company called Rock Biz Pics, and he approached myself and my co-director as we owned an animation company called Cucumber Studios based in London. As Elvis was unavailable for a live action shoot, animation was presumably mooted. That's pretty much the gist of how it came about. Also, we'll have the article down below if you're interested. All that said, how is the actual music video though? Just visually? I think it's really pretty. It goes for this really abstract pop art style. Suits the song, which I think is just alright. The concept of the music video is quite cheeky, however. It cuts between animated versions of the band playing and a series of accidents that can happen, hence the name, Accidents Will Happen.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
It's just really pretty visuals for a solid track. So for the first animated music video, I think it's a good start. It's simple, charming, and still looks great even today. Someone should really upscale this video into 1080p. Not me though, I barely know how to use computers, but someone else really should. Next video.
Death to all who oppose me!
We started with the oldest, now we're gonna look at something more recent, and that's the Glucosa Cyberpunk series. I'm just calling it that because I don't think it has a formal name, which you're probably wondering, who the f is Glucosa? Well, Glucosa is a Russian pop artist who's been making music since 2002. She also has several animated music videos under her belt. The ones that caught my attention though are her 3 most recent, which you might have seen already or have seen this character around somewhere online. As the music videos are pretty popular right now and even have their own fandom, the character is an animated representation of Glucosa done by the character designer Anna Kadish. I looked at her stuff and I really dig it. Her art feels familiar but still unique. The music video themselves are pretty cool, a little rough sometimes, but what makes these so special is that there's actually a pretty solid storyline between the 3 music videos, which is why I kinda just put them all together in one slot. I appreciate when music videos or albums tell a continuous story, kinda like the Gorillaz videos. I couldn't tell you the details and specifics, but here's the actual plot synopsis from Kadish herself. The plot of the music video unwinds in tomorrow's dark cyberpunk Moscow. It shows the race for power between local criminal kingpin Schnurr and tomboy Glucosa, which ends predictably dramatic for everyone involved. Dramatic it is, cause these music videos can be pretty gruesome. Like holy sh**. One thing I find funny is that one of the music videos has family edit in parentheses, like, yeah, this one's for the whole family, even though it's still as violent as the other ones. I really dig the world and the designs. If we didn't already have cyberpunk edge runners, I'd say make this a show. Out of the three, two of them are very alike in style. However, the most recent one, Ibobo, adopted a new style, similar to panty and stocking, which is always a good thing. This one is easily my favorite. I think it has the best visuals and the more catchy song. I swear I catch myself walking around singing doo 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 like a crazy person. It also depicts honest style at its best out of the three. The videos are cool and brutal, so if you haven't seen these, I highly recommend giving them a look.
What's going on?
If there was a music video equivalent to the first Avatar movie, the first one, I haven't seen the second one, so don't at me, it would be Coldplay's Adventure of a Lifetime, because everyone has seen it, but I never think of it when I think of iconic music videos. They really captured everyone's attention back in 2015. How? I have no idea, because with 1.3 billion views, they had to be doing something right. This song was everywhere at the time. Like, maybe there's a deep meaning or something, and not just a bunch of dancing monkeys, because, I mean, if I really wanted to see a bunch of dancing monkeys, I'd just go down to sorry to every community. So in my curiosity, I decided to do some digging and find out the true meaning of this music video. So what is it? Nothing.
And here we go. I hope you're hungry for nothing.
It really is just a bunch of dancing monkeys, which is completely fine. I do find it kind of funny though. In the behind the scenes video, the crew is really excited. Like they made something crazy, but nah, it's just monkeys. Also, that's not me trying to hate on the team at Mathematics VFX. They have some pretty cool work under their belt. The song is alright, very surface level pop with positive lyrics, which I can't really hate on. The actual dancing and animation on the monkeys is pretty good for just a music video. It's not ugly or anything. Just Coldplay is just such a weird band to me. Like they have hits that no one listens to, but maybe I'm just not the target audience. Also, the video was another one of the situations that just kinda happened. Apparently the lead singer Chris Martin met Andy Serkis on a plane, and from there the rest is history. Which means the only reasons they used monkeys was because they thought the new Planet of the Apes movies were cool, which they are amazing by the way. So yeah, why did I even put this video here? Cause I find it kinda funny that the most viewed animated music video is just a bunch of monkeys dancing around. I also thought maybe if I did a little bit of research I might learn something cool and interesting about the song, but nope, apparently we all just love apes. It's disappointing, but not surprising. Moving on.
Disgusting black creatures, get out of my sight.
Okay, that was a music video with no meaning. Now I want to talk about something a little less surface level. Jay-Z's The Story of OJ.
OJ like, I'm not black, I'm OJ. Okay.
Man, what a time to be alive. I remember when this video first came out. It sparked so many discussions and reactions to what Jay-Z was trying to say. Honestly, there's so much going on in this music video, I could probably make it its own video, so I'll try to be brief. What made this video so controversial was Jay-Z's constant use of the N-word and Sambo imagery, which both of those two things are key in understanding the message Jay-Z is trying to portray. That if you're black, no matter what your status, whether you're a
light nigga, dark nigga, faux nigga, real nigga, rich nigga, po nigga, house nigga, field nigga,
you're still a at the end of the day and have to deal with the struggles of being black in America. Which brings us to J-Bo, an absolute genius character design to me. Obviously J-Bo was designed to be offensive, but this design and the designs of other black people really serve the message, because it goes back to how black people are perceived. I mean, I love me some Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny as much as the next guy, but we can't act like these just don't exist and weren't a common thing. I mean, there's a decent amount of people who saw depictions of this as children, and the horrors of actual racism like segregation and lynching still alive today. Let that sink in. I'll even go one step further with the Sambo depictions. Jay-Z could also be saying, as a black community, this is how we have to stop seeing ourselves, especially when he goes into the critique of the culture today, which that part always goes over people's heads for some reason, kinda like a lot of episodes of the Boondocks, but that's another video for another day. When Jay-Z says stuff like this,
you wanna know what's more important than throwing away money at a strip club? Credit.
he's really trying to teach people about financial freedom and the bad spending habits in the community. Like, there are really people who have on a Gucci belt but can't eat. It's depressing. saying they a fashion demon. No, you look hungry. Buy food before you buy clothes. Jay isn't just trying to bash anyone or guilt people. He's just saying, unfortunately, this is how it is, and that you can't make everyone change, so eventually you gotta make the change you want to see. Or at least, that's what I got from it. Now also, if I keep going, I'll be here all day, so I'm gonna wrap this part up. Lastly, if you have the time after this video, I highly suggest watching some reactions to the story of OJ. It's really quite eye-opening, the amount of people who couldn't properly analyze the video and chose to be offended without doing any critical thinking. But yeah, we gotta move on.
Disgusting humans.
Next up, this one's a classic. Pearl Jam's Do the Evolution. Directed by Kevin Altieri from Batman the Animated Series and Todd McFarlane, the creator of Spawn, this video is mesmerizing. I just love the dark novel style similar to Batman, SWAT cats, and gargoyles. This is really one of a kind. I don't know if there's much I can say that hasn't already been said about this, but I'll try my best to add my own spin. Aside from the visuals just looking great, they paint a dark and unwavering view of humanity, showing that no matter how far we advance or think we advance, we'll still participate in the same acts of exploitation and violence that those who came before us did. It's pretty bleak, but it's kinda true. Even pointing out at how easy it is to distract us, just look at Lady Death laughing at us the whole time. Cause I'm not even gonna lie, bro, after seeing all this powerful and controversial imagery of humanity past, present, and future, the first thing I did after watching this was look up the Do the Evolution girl. They got me. I fell for the oldest trick in the book.
You fell for the oldest trick in the book. A goddamn white woman.
I mean, she's also probably in the thumbnail, so she got you to click. But yeah, man, I don't know. Do the Evolution is just sick. The song's great and the video is spectacular, visually and meaning-wise. Sometimes you just gotta acknowledge that something is cool, and this is one of those times. Next video.
I'll break this rock into pieces with my fists!
Okay, let's lighten up the mood a little bit. So when I was first picking the songs I wanted to discuss, I only wanted to use official music videos from popular musicians, because if I didn't scale it down, I'd have too much to pick from. But that would also mean I couldn't talk about great videos like the Mystery Skull series and Diamond Jack as an example. So I decided I was going to have one internet rep, and that rep is Captain Sparkles and Try Hard Ninja's Fallen Kingdom.
That was when I ruled the land.
Dude, I used to watch this video all the time as a kid. I think it still holds up pretty well too. Like for a Minecraft animation, I actually like the art style and think it's kinda impressive. They made a whole series off this, which is cool, but to me, the other ones have never quite hit as hard as Fallen Kingdom did. Probably because we weren't expecting such a simple yet tragic story. I mean, the music video Captain Sparkles made before this one was the Usher parody, so nah, I wasn't expecting to cry. Speaking of the story, I really like it. With a music video, you don't have a lot of time to establish things or go into details, so you just gotta send it, and send it they did. Because I really did feel bad for this king who was believed to be the last remaining survivor in his kingdom. Seeing it flash between past and present of the place he used to call home does a great job at establishing what was at stake here and gets me invested. I want to know what happened here. Also, the smart uses of the mobs and Herobrine really sell it for me, because of course Herobrine will pull something like that. Then the climax as he's surrounded and jumped to what's supposed to be his death is iconic, dude. Even the song itself is a banger. As someone who loves Minecraft, it's cool how much they added in references to it and made the song really fit the character of the king. Like, I want this to be real Minecraft lore. Sometimes I forget that it's a parody of Coldplay's Viva La Vida. I think it's time we give Captain Sparkles his flowers, because this is epic, gut-wrenching, and well executed, and it's Minecraft. Captain Sparkles and Try Hard Ninja, you did a damn good job.
It's getting creepy around here.
Hey, I have no idea how to segue into this one, so we're just gonna dive right in. D-Fantasy. Do y'all remember this video? Me? I never forgot. This music video has burned images into my retinas that I will never be able to unsee. Let me slow down because I'm getting ahead of myself. So what is this video about? Well, it's about a group of teenagers hanging out at their local pool. They get into teenage shenanigans like making out and underage drinking. We follow the shy blue-haired girl, and it seems like one of the boys is trying to make a move on her. So not knowing what to do, she dives into the pool where something weird happens. Upon emerging, she sees that two of her friends have turned into disgusting monsters. They kill the guy and the blue girl tries to escape but fails. So she dives in the water only to reveal that it's a portal to another world. And then her eyes get burned to a crisp and she dies. Also, there's a monster at the end or whatever, but that's fine. You know, there's probably a very deep and elaborate message here that is going over my head right now. Whatever message they were trying to convey is not wise here. It's here because around 2013/2014 when this was getting spread around, it scared the hell out of me. This became one of those videos that someone at school would show you and be like, hey man, wanna watch this with me real quick? Whole time it was a setup. You gotta remember, around the time that this video started spreading, kids were just starting to get phones that had easy access to the internet and could load YouTube and web pages instantly. It was a dangerous time to be alive. I'm not gonna lie, this video still scares me a little bit to this day, but I've grown since then. In short, fantasy is here not because of the song or the animation, which is good, but because they traumatized an entire generation of tweens and young teenagers.
But they're basically good if they try their best and never give up on their wishes.
Alright, finally in the home stretch with 3 more to go. For this, I picked a personal favorite of mine, Flowbot's Handlebars.
I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars, no handlebars.
I had to talk about it because I love the story it tells. Handlebars is one of the few times I've been genuinely floored by the storytelling in a music video. The visuals aren't just there to look good because they needed something. The music video perfectly embodies the story that's being told with the lyrics. It starts with the simple phrase, I can ride my bike with no handlebars, as we see 2 friends doing just that, which this is important because it shows us that both of our 2 leads started at the same place. Then they split down 2 paths, one friend going down a path where he can just enjoy life with those around him by doing things like learning how to do-si-do, scratch a record, or make a comic book, while the other friend goes down a corporate path of constantly having to use his knowledge for personal gain with no regard for the people around him. It's pretty simple, but I just love the way it's presented, showing that yeah, you and a friend can be in the same spot one day, but give it some time and you can end up completely different people in the end. I know the animation may not be the best looking in the world. I think it really fits though. It has a very graphic and industrial look to it, and the way it presents the 2 characters is brilliant, eventually leading to the corporate friend becoming president and effectively turning the country into a dictatorship. Meanwhile, the other friend sees what his friend has become and gathers an army of protesters to confront his old friend, climaxing with the military gunning down the protesters, including the rebel friend, while the corporate friend realizes that in his ambition he's lost his way and truly regrets the monster he has become. All this from 2 people saying, I can ride my bike with no handlebars. 2 people with the same starting position going down 2 completely different roads in life, eventually having to collide because of their ideals. I love stories like this, and I think in the span of 3 minutes, it was executed beautifully here.
Who are those creeps over there?
Well, it feels like we've been on quite the journey today. I don't usually make videos this long, so if you got this far, thanks for sticking around. Before we get to what I consider one of the most important animated music videos of all time, there's one more I want to talk about. Caravan Palace, Lone Digger.
Hey brother, what you thinking? Leave that on record spinning. You feel the rhythm going.
I remember the first time I saw this, I was immediately intrigued. The art style is just so slick and clean. I think the no outline look is awesome. Also, I know it looks weird that all the animals just have animal heads but like regular human bodies. I think it's kind of funny though. I don't know if it's symbolic or something, but if it is, I'm guessing it has something to do with deep down when pushed we're really just a bunch of wild animals. Also, I'm pretty sure some people probably had an awakening of some kind because of this video. Not me though, I'm normal. I only find Rouge the Bat and Tana attractive.
You what?
Aside from the animation being great, the real reason I had to bring this up is because the music video is one of the most effective gateway drugs ever. I'd say this video single-handedly introduced a lot of people to the electro swing genre of music, even put Caravan Palace on the map for good, which I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the genre, but I do think it's cool that one video was able to introduce so many people to something new, which that's what it's all about, right? Sharing new things. So I just felt like I had to put some respect on this video. Its stats are pretty impressive. Not as much as the last video we'll be talking about.
Are you ready?
Alright, slackers. Up next, we have one of the most important animated music videos of all time. It's either this or Clint Eastwood. Daft Punk's One More Time.
One more time. Celebrate and dance so free.
Yeah, baby the goat. But I think a small segment wouldn't do this justice. So instead, this is getting its own video, and we're not going to be just talking about one more time. We'll be talking about the whole movie, Interstellar 555, the story of the secret star system. I know no one likes a cliffhanger, but sometimes they're necessary. So I'll see you February 11th, or not. You don't have to come back. So don't forget to like and do all that other stuff people always tell you to do. And I'll see you next time. Later.